excited to be back. Last year, Mark told me as soon as we got off the plane, and of course we had a tremendous experience last year, and not just because of the opportunity to play against great teams, and we had obviously a couple great games in the semifinal and final, dramatic finishes, and we came out on the winning end, but because of the experience here and how everyone welcomed us. Mark said on our conversation, it wasn't just because we won the tournament. It's not policy to always bring back the defending champion, but he said it was the feedback he got from the community about how much they enjoyed our kids and how they conducted themselves and acted, and I'm very appreciative of that he recognized that, and I'm really appreciative that my kids have gotten a chance to understand that value of how you conduct yourself, win or lose. You know, one of our sayings is, it's not about winning or losing, it's winning or learning. And for last night, we didn't get the job done, but we had an opportunity to learn from that experience. And so I think it's a really important thing for all the kids here in this building. You're going to go through adversity. You know, and what is really adversity? When you lose a game, it doesn't necessarily mean it's adversity. Sometimes you're just going to you're going to come up on the short end of things. But how you respond to things, how you respond when you're not playing well, when things aren't going your way, and that's really the true measure of a great player. I had a conversation with one of my players about that last night. He's had a great season, and Josh Reeves, and I'm really proud of his development. And I told him, I said, hey, it's about how you bounce back, you know, after things don't go your way. We get a chance to recruit in the D.C. area. D.C. basketball, I think, is one of the best areas for basketball in the whole country. And we're excited about the opportunity to kind of recruit players to our school. We play what's thought to be one of the best conferences in the country, if not the best conference in the country. And one of the things I always tell the players that we bring in, I can't wait for you to fail. I really want you to get that experience out of the way so we can find out what the measure of you is as a person, what your character is about. Because you're going to fail in this business. In the game of basketball, it's competitive, it's tough, it's not easy. And that's why we enjoy it so much. And it's the same thing about life. You're going to fail in life. You're going to have those moments. Are you going to handle it? How are you going to handle it? And that's one of the things we want to try to teach our kids at all times. That's what we're going through as a program right now, is how are you going to handle that failure when things don't go your way? So we're really excited about being here. I want to go back to Mark and thank him for inviting us back and having a chance to be part of this. A quick story, Tony Dorado has been mentioned. He's our Nike rep, and we have some Nike schools here that are here. We take it very seriously about our expectations and how we conduct ourselves as a Nike school. But when I got a chance to tell Joe that we were coming, that we got the invite, we spent about 20 minutes, and well, I didn't talk for 20 minutes, which I know is hard to believe for a lot of people that know me. Joe went on for about 20 minutes about how much we're going to love this experience, and how much Christ the King appreciates being here, and how we're going to love the experience. And it got me excited. And I'm a pretty passionate guy. I'm pretty intense as it is. In fact, I'm going to try to match coaches, two Italian guys going at it tonight, so it's going to be interesting to see who ends up getting the opportunity to win that game. But it was great to hear his passion, a passion about being here. And his passion was so spot on because of the community support. It's fun to hear. Even last night, as we struggled at times, I can still hear the crowd behind clapping our kids up when they made a positive play. And they've done it the whole tournament with every single team here. So it's amazing to see the community support, how much you love the game of basketball. I'm a big historian in the game of basketball, and I have really a lot of respect for all the coaches here and anyone that coaches the game of basketball in the background. Dr. Matthews, thank you for sharing the stories about the history of this tournament. I think it's so important for our young guys to understand this is all bigger than all of us. And so for us to have that opportunity to hear that and hear the memories, because that's really what it comes down to. To thank I want to thank personally my assistant coaches and a couple of other coaches that mentioned this, and I'll speak for all the coaches up here. We can't do it without you. And it's your patience that really helps, because you're the ones that kind of go in between and clean things up so many times. And you're very patient with all of our kids and teaching them the right way to live and the right way to play the game. So I want to thank my assistant coaches for that, as well as every assistant coach here for their commitment to our kids. Our honorary coaches, Jerry and Doc, thank you for being with us. I told you last night that I may rely on you. So, I didn't get the job done as a coach last night, so you better come up with a great game plan to beat Christ the King to help us win tonight. Our bus driver, Vader, for being patient with us and driving us all over the place. Mark, your staff has been fantastic. And sometimes I like to stand here and think about the relationships that you build over time. And in the game of basketball, there's so many great people that inspire you. I'm inspired by all these coaches up here. There's one person I wanted to kind of talk about because I've made a real good connection with him. Our whole team has. And we really appreciate it. And I want for everyone to clap it up for Marty Marsh. I think he does a fantastic job in supporting everybody. Got a chance to meet your father last night, Marty, and it was a pleasure and an honor to meet him. The CBS does a great job of providing the footage and the memories for all these kids. I've got a chance to build a relationship with Jeff and Nick. If you guys can just kind of raise your hand and acknowledge, and if we can clap it up for them, because they're the ones that provide all the footage to make this look good. We are from Fairfax, Virginia. Paul VI High School has about 1,000 students, and we're very fortunate to have such a great community back home supporting us. I was in corporate America for 20 years, and I quit my job to come into the school to be assistant director of admissions. And one of the things I can say is, one of the things that's impressed me is the spirit of the kids. The spirit, they have a family sense, they take care of each other. So I know that all of you students here, all of you has had the ability to kind of carry on the tradition and the character and the values that we all talk about up here. I see that on a daily basis with our students at Paul VI, and that's probably one of my favorite things that I've had over the last year occur in my life, is to be around so many positive kids. Again, I go back to the word inspire. We all need to be inspired by others, and we all have that duty to inspire others to live the right way and show people the right way to live, and also pick people up. And I love that about our community back home at Paul VI. Our motto as a team is share the game. And I mentioned that, I think, last year here. We want to share the game of basketball with everybody, not just share the ball. Our teams have been known that we really share the ball, do a good job of being unselfish. But we want to share the whole game, the whole experience with our whole community, with our school, with our families. We want to extend out. We do a lot of volunteerism, and we believe in that at Paul VI. And I want to again encourage, I mentioned it last year to all the kids, I want to encourage you to be part of it, being active in volunteerism. Be as much, find whatever your passion is. Basketball right now is one of your passions. Share that with younger kids. We have a responsibility to give back to the game that we love. Speaking of giving, I think my kids we have to have a little conversation because we were very giving last night to White Station 24 times. So I think we're going to have to go back and talk a little bit about the specifics of giving. But I think it is really important for all of you kids to really understand that value. And then the last thing I'll mention to you, players. Our game is a little bit broken right now because of the sense of entitlement and the sense of, it's about my brand, it's about me, and it's about showcasing my own talents. Basketball is the ultimate team sport. Take care of it. Okay? Nurture it. Understand it's your responsibility to play the game the right way. Okay? We do have coaches up here that believe in that. You have supporters out here that understand that. But it's your responsibility, and you guys are smart enough to know. So find that way. We have a saying in our program, learn to earn. Everything you get in life, you must earn. You must learn to earn that opportunity every single day, whether it's playing time, okay? Whether it's a job opportunity later on. You must learn to earn. You want scholarships, you want to go to college, you want to play at another level, you must earn your time. Okay? So learn to earn. And I think that's a really important concept for all you players. The game of basketball is in your hands. Make sure you cherish it. Make sure you respect it. Thank you so very much for having us. We've really enjoyed our stay. Good luck to the two teams in the championship game. Two great programs. I'll say this, we're not often out-hustled or out-toughed, and we played against both these teams. I have a unique experience of having an opportunity to play against both these teams. And one thing I can say about them is they're both relentless. And I really appreciate that as a coach, how they play together as a team, how well they defend, but how relentless both teams are. So I think we're in for a great day of basketball across the board with all 8 teams, and I'm really looking forward to that championship game to see these two teams compete. Thank you.